Why don't they charge admission to go beyond the wall?
Oh, man. Oh, God, the economy, probably. The economy.
Well, with the Iron Bank.
Yeah, something like that.
Because the real cost is making it back alive.
Interesting.
Hello and welcome to Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 6, Beyond the Wall. Links in the description. Full-length reaction to this episode is there. Last time we had Eastwatch, which was, I think we both agreed, was the worst episode so far. Not just of the season, but of the show.
Fucking hated it.
Yeah. Terrible on almost every level apart from Raymond Javadi's music, which was great, as always. Every storyline is shite. Yeah. Now we have Beyond the Wall, which is the penultimate episode of the season.
Oh, God, what even is there to say anymore about what's going to fucking happen? They're going to go and have a big old fuck-off fight with White Walkers and try and capture one. And that will be that, and then we're on to the season finale of the season. Oh, man.
Do you think this is going to be a good Expendables film?
I've never seen one, so I don't know what the benchmark is for those. But who fucking knows?
The Expendables has Stone Cold Steve Austin in it, so surely it's better than Season 7 of Game of Thrones.
Who is in the Expendables? They've got, obviously, Stallone, Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture, Eric Roberts. He's in it. Obviously, Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin. David Zayas. Terry Crews is in it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Liam Hemsworth.
Not from this list.
And I'm looking at the one that has all 4 films.
Okay. I'm looking at 2010.
Right.
The first one.
Liam Hemsworth, Antonio Banderas, Wesley Snipes,
Mickey Rourke,
Keelan Lutz, Ronda Rousey, Glenn Powell, Victor Ortiz, 50 Cent, Megan Fox, Tony Jaa, Jacob Scipio, Levi Tran, Mickey Rourke,
yep,
Chuck Norris, Kelsey Grammer, Bruce Willis, Harrison Ford, John Claude Van Damme, Mel Gibson, Andy Garcia, a bunch of others. Yeah, pretty big cast. In this one, we've got Jon Snow, Gendry, Tormund Giantsbane, the Hound, Beric Dondarrion, Thoros of Myr, and Jorah Mormont. It's all about the men.
It's all about men being men and being men and kissing and men.
The episode is an hour and 10 minutes, so it's a long one.
Yeah, I'm just so excited. This is going to be so great.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned this in the last video, but the final episode of Season 4, Episode 10, The Children, is a landmark moment in the show for Mauler. For all the wrong reasons. This episode is a landmark moment in the show for Alt-Shift-X. Alt-Shift-X is the biggest A Song of Ice and Fire YouTuber that there is. He's an Aussie, and he's a bloody funny guy. Although I'd say Glidus is probably even funnier. But Alt-Shift-X has like the best deep dives into the books. We actually did watch one of his videos, well, part of one, when we did Season 2. When we did his breakdown of the House of the Undying chapter in Karth. But yeah, Alt-Shift-X has opinions about this episode. And so do I. But we'll get into why that is after we watched it. Yeah, so anything else you want to say before we begin Beyond the Wall?
Yeet.
Ugh.
That's all I have to say. That sums up my mood at the moment. No yeet. I literally just got done watching NL's GM mode, like their last one, and Jericho had Jimmy and Jay wrestle at WrestleMania with Rikishi as a special guest referee.
Did he get 5 stars?
It got 4.5.
Wow.
And J1, thanks to Rikishi doing a fast count. I mean, fair enough, because Jimmy started just being the shit out of his dad about a minute into the match. Anyway, no yeet.
I was seeing some Ned stuff on Twitter this week, so I was thinking about
really?
like how good the show was at one point.
This show used to be really good. It used to, legitimately, this show used to be like, you know, some amazingly consistent writing across multiple characters and story arcs.
Yeah, I mean, during season 1, it was like top 5 all-time quality.
Now you struggle to find any consistent story arcs, not just in this show, but anything. So, you know, that's totally not depressing at all.
You all right?
No, I'm not alright, John.
Before? Never seen snow before. Beautiful, eh?
Well, that's important to remember for later.
Down south.
He's never seen snow before.
Never seen snow.
Yeah, that is good, yeah. It'd be quite a thing to see snow.
Quite
I
risky
hardly see it
taking him
anyway.
beyond the wall when he's never seen snow.
Yeah, but he wanted to go.
Fucking's best. There's not a living woman within 100 miles of here. We have to make do with what we've got.
Oh, yeah. Woke!
He means gay sex.
To be honest with Tormund, I would say he probably means animals.
That true. That also is very, very true. Anything warm.
Also, do you remember when Beyond the Wall had lots of aura?
Yeah, this feels a little bit
This feels very National Geographic.
yeah. The colour is also very not what it used to be as well, the colour palette. Like, that's very yellow. I don't know why we're seeing yellow.
It's not a set either. This is on location, so why does it not, you know... Where's the aura?
It just doesn't feel the same as Season 3. It also doesn't seem that cold. Like, I'm sure it is cold. It just doesn't seem that cold.
Do you know what she did to me? She strapped me down on the bed. She stripped me naked.
Sounds all right so far.
And put leeches on me.
Well, she...
But they would have killed me if it wasn't
But
for
they
Davos.
didn't, did they? So what you whinging about?
I'm not whinging.
Oh, yeah.
Your lips are moving.
The ends justify the means.
This one's been killed 6 times.
I get what he's trying to say, but
I hate
like,
this.
Like he
Hate it when people
but
do
it's like,
this.
yes, it could have been worse.
I hate it when people do this. It's like when you don't want to eat your vegetables as a kid and you're like, oh, what about all the starving people in the world? It's like, no.
But I don't like tomatoes. I find them very repulsive to eat.
He deserved a better son. Were you with him at the end?
See, this is a good conversation.
The wildling.
Father wanted to execute me, you know.
I heard.
He was in the right, of course. Didn't make me hate him any less.
I'm glad he didn't catch you.
Me too.
That was a conversation that could have been great, but it felt a little bit just paint by numbers.
Your father gave me this sword. Changed the pommel from a bear to a wolf.
He gave it to you.
I'm not his son.
I've forfeited the right to claim this sword. It's yours. It'd serve you well. And your children after you.
Okay, that was quite good.
Yeah, that was good.
It's little moments like that that made me think, maybe Dave and Dan do have something good in them. Anyway, Winterfell.
It's more what they want to do rather than any real lack of, like, talent. It's their active choices rather than their ability to write. But then I say that, and then we get this scene.
One time the boys were shooting arrows with Sir Roderick. I came out here after,
Yes, we saw that.
and Bran had left his bow behind. just lying on the ground.
This season, more than any other season, is so reliant on referencing stuff we saw before.
I was doing what I was meant to be doing, and he knew it. Now he's dead. Killed by the Lannisters. With your help.
Ah, yup.
Oh, weird turn. I mean, you know what, Sansa? That's a fair enough reaction.
This is so stupid.
They forced me to do it.
Did they? With a knife at your throat? Did they put you on a rack and stretch you until your bones?
They don't have to put her neck on under knife point to not be threatened.
My family.
They told me it was the only way to save father.
And you were stupid enough to believe them.
They would. Well, we know that they would have let him go. It was Joffrey's choice.
And what did you do? Did you come running to the rescue? Did you
That's
fight
unfair.
the monsters and save father?
That's insanely unfair. Because she was 7 or something. She would have died. She also was stopped.
Again, because of me. You didn't win it back. John didn't win it back. He lost the Battle of the Bastards. The Knights
Oh,
of
my
the Vale won the battle, and they rode north for me.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. That is some heavy gaslighting.
Quite a lot.
You never would have survived what I survived.
I guess we'll never know.
Oh god, my trauma's better than yours.
No, not a Kanye line. I guess we never know.
On site.
This is so bad. John didn't win it, I did, by bringing in the army late and letting loads of people die.
And Rickon.
Are you going to say, but I was just a child?
Yeah,
You're angry.
Thank you.
Sometimes anger makes people do unfortunate things.
Sometimes we are
great dialogue. Ah, just stellar dialogue.
Hate that scene.
Yeah, this scene was awful. What a terrible scene. Both, but she was a child, and she was a prisoner. Like she was not under actual cells, but she was a
How
prisoner.
dare Arya have
That's
the
so
gall to
unfair.
call her stupid when she is being very stupid right now?
Yeah, but it kind of Sansa's the reason that Ned died. Okay, it's just such pointless drama when it just shouldn't be. She should be fully aware of the Lannisters being disgusting people and her doing every. You should have died for Ned Stark.
Fuck off. I don't think you truly mean. You have sad eyes.
You want to suck my dick, is that it?
Dick. Cock. Ah, dick. I like it.
This is so vulgar.
Brienne of Tarth.
You know her?
You're with Brienne of fucking Tarth.
I'm not with her yet. But I see the way she looks at me.
How does she look at you? And she wants to carve you up and eat your liver?
You do know her.
Oh my god. Oh, so unserious.
Yeah.
When he was hand, he sent me off hunting for the mountain.
Yep, another season 1 reference. Dave and Dan are so lucky to have these actors. If these actors were worse, these scenes would be so pointless.
Yeah.
Maybe that's enough.
That was a good interaction. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Jon Snow. They all try to outdo each other. Who can do the stupidest, bravest thing?
It's interesting.
Stop lampshading it.
Drogo, Jorah. Oh, my mistake. I suppose he stares at you longingly because he's hopeful for a successful military alliance.
Yeah. Thank you for forcing this storyline onto me.
I wouldn't have chosen a coward as my hand.
But you find him insanely incompetent.
And you chose an idiot.
You literally talk about how incompetent he is quite... Like, literally last episode. You said so. Our enemies. Your family, you mean.
Way on fear.
He did. But you once spoke to me of breaking the wheel. Aegon built a wheel. If that's the kind of queen you want to be, how are you different from all the other tyrants that came before you?
She's not.
And I promised him I'd keep you from doing anything impulsive.
Impulsive.
Oh, Grace, I saw hundreds of arrows fly towards you when you fought on the Blackwater Rush, and I saw hundreds of arrows miss. But any one of them could have found your heart and ended you.
You've been thinking about my death quite a bit, haven't you?
Oh, please stop. He's actually giving a good argument and a good reasoning for actually discussing these scenes, and she's just like, no, lol, fuck you.
No, never trust a Lannister, even though I appointed one.
Even though he's being very right in this scene.
Which is unusual for Tyrion at this point.
It is like the smartest things and the most sensible things he has said in fucking seasons. He is so right. It's not even funny.
You've been thinking about my death a lot lately.
You fucking stupid cow. What a stupid person. You maybe... Yeah, maybe you shouldn't rule the Seven Kingdoms. That's a dead one. Look at the eyes. Oh no! I mean, they're gone. There's no way of getting back.
Right, so how much plot armor is going to be in this scene?
I imagine 70%. Well, he didn't survive. Oh, fire swords, The issue is that it's not clear who's who at the moment. Oh my god, it's fire. Face your fears. No, just straight up holding a flame. Whoa, whoa. This is a really weird scene. Oh, one little dagger. Okay.
I think it's dragon glass, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe. I would like to know.
We have to get him back to Eastwatch.
Well, how far have you been travelling?
Maybe if they had horses.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's one use of a flame sword.
You did. Funny old life.
What a weird scene. It was shot very strangely, and the plot armor was intensely thick.
I have more to say about that scene when we get to the review.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why it exists.
Jon is not here. I haven't heard from him in weeks.
You're the Lady of Winterfell. The king chose you to rule in his absence. And rule you have. Wisely. And if one of you were planning to harm the other in any way, wouldn't she be honor bound to intercede?
She would.
The idea that Sansa would entertain killing Arya Stark. Because Littlefinger suggested it, when he very clearly is not a good influence, and she knows it.
The Ironborn thought you were some kind of god. The way you were waving that flaming sword. I thought you were the bravest man I ever saw. Just the drunkest.
As I say, they're lucky to have these actors.
Oh, yeah.
They are carrying this shit. This is where we need
we're just casually walking along.
This is where we need the David Attenborough commentary. I feel like we're on Tatooine and this is the Jawas. Except the weather's more like Hoth. So yeah, this plan is very bad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they here? What are they doing?
They're just walking along, I guess. They're doing stuff. But what would they be doing? What could they possibly be doing as the army of the dead?
Ah, yeah. Can't see a damn thing.
Ah!
The only reason why they have that group so small is so they can just have this scene exist.
Yeah, always my least favourite way of doing things. It's just, you beat the boss and then everybody gets killed.
It's a hive mind. And just for some reason, this one guy, this one white,
Well, yeah, why isn't he dead?
It's because he's apparently not turned by that White Walker, so he's not part of the hive mind, I guess.
Well, they're lucky that it was only one.
Yeah, how fortunate.
More.
Like, this is such a... Like, this is the laziest way to do this thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's so lazy. What the fuck happened to his hand?
Oh, he just grabbed his mouth and then the mouth ripped off.
Oh, it's gross, okay. I thought he broke something.
This would mean a lot more if we hadn't just had a Horizon battle 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm. No.
Get a raven to Daenerys. Tell her what's happened. I'm not leaving you. You're the fastest. Go, now!
Yup. He's never seen snow before!
The hammer. Give it. Give it.
Well, now he's got no protection.
How
You
does he
could
know
at
how
least
to...
give him
Okay, so firstly, how does Gendry know how to get back? Secondly, he's never been seen snow before. Thirdly, why didn't they bring horses?
Yeah, but he's the fastest.
You're the fastest. This is so stupid.
I like how they take his hammer, but don't give him, like, here, take this dagger. It's at least lighter.
Yeah, because if he runs into a white and can't deliver the message, then they're all dead.
Surely 2 of them should go, at the very least. I mean, how on earth do they survive this? We're only halfway through the fucking episode. Oh no, I tripped. That means I'm gonna die first.
Got this lovely little island in the middle.
Yeah, shame that nameless guy that we never knew about. Oh.
This map
Thank God
design,
that guy
this
died.
map design they've done is like it's so specifically because they need this plot point to happen.
That was... Man, it's real lucky that guy tripped and then died and then that happened.
It's real lucky that the White Walkers found them when they were right next to a lake and there's a big rock in the middle of it. How does he know where to go? He's never seen snow before. This is ridiculous.
Where the fuck am I going?
Also, he's sprinting all the way back.
This is so funny.
Is he a fucking Olympic athlete or something?
Yeah, man. Fucking hell, he actually managed to make it to the fucking wall.
There's a reason why they take horses beyond the wall.
Like, he seemingly has been running for hours. It's gonna be hard to sleep with that thing still.
All that cardio he did in the blacksmith. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All that nutrition.
You get... Yeah, all that cardio lifting hammers. What a weird set piece. He's still fucking going. Oh, there you go. Really, he should be throwing up like every 5 minutes. This is why you should... Why couldn't you take a nameless person with you?
Oh, yeah. Fell down right at the end.
He fucking made it. He fucking made it. He managed to get back. On his own. Not knowing where the fuck he was.
What do you think happened, Davos? The plan was stupid. What were the odds that they would make it back alive? How is Daenerys the only person that thinks this is dumb?
So he needs to run back to the wall, which would probably take him like, if we're being very kind, he gets there straight on. It'd probably take him hours, days even probably. It could take days. Then they've got to send a raven to Daenerys, which will again take days. And then they need to enact their plan of how they're going to save them.
Well, the only reason why it wouldn't take him days is if he knew where he was going, and he ran literally in a straight line to Eastwatch.
Yeah, I said hours, maybe days. It could take him days.
Oh.
Rip. Did no one keep an eye on him?
Well, Beric's on his last life now.
What a weird way to go out.
It's a shame. I liked him. It was funny.
It feels like it feels like the reason they had him get. It feels like they got him attacked by a bear so he could die later on.
The Hound, like, coming to love the Brotherhood is a very strange change. Because he used to fucking hate them. He hated them.
Yeah, but they're just good lads. That's the reason why. They've killed him off so that he has no way of getting back to life.
Killed by a polar bear.
It's like an even shitter way of Robert dying.
Come to us in our darkness.
Well, at least they'll be warm. For a bit.
All you need for energy is something to burn.
He's about to deliver a speech to the White Walkers. How is it not frozen already, really? Like, how long have you been here for?
Maybe he was the one who turned them.
Oh, great.
We can go for the walkers. Maybe we'll stand a chance.
No.
Look how fucking many there are.
There's a raven flying for Dragonstone now. Daenerys is our only chance.
Oh, you think that's
If
likely?
He got there. If you think he got there, that's the thing.
Careful, Eirich. You lost your pride. This is your last life. I've been waiting for the end for a long time.
This is my favourite video game.
Mm-hmm. He's now on hardcore mode.
The Hound calling the Night King a cunt is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
If they want another Stark prisoner, they can come and take me. Till then, I'll remain where I belong. I have work to do here.
What are you doing? What work are you doing?
He has become a competent swordsman.
I do not need to be watched over or minded or cared for. I'm not.
Don't speak ill of Podrick, okay? That's the one line you can't cross.
Yeah, he's too based.
Lady Brienne, and you won't be traveling on summer roads. The sooner you leave, the better your chances of making it on time.
Oh, why are you being such a bitch to Brienne? There's no reason for it. There's no reason. This is pointless. Pointless.
Drama.
She's been loyal to you. God's sake. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
We love a bit of drama.
I'm having a bad day. My sister wants me dead. Oh well. Oh yeah. She's booked the Uber.
You told me to do nothing before and I listened to you. I'm not doing nothing again.
He's really trying to have these scenes mean something, because, you know, all these guys are really good actors.
I think Tyrion's a lost cause at this point.
I mean, he was like ages ago. Let's be frank. Let's be frank and Dave.
Also, so I've talked about the geography of this show quite a lot over the seasons,
especially this season. Mm-hmm.
And I think you are pretty aware, broadly speaking, of it. How far is Dragonstone to where they are here?
I would imagine it's pretty far from how people have been talking. Why is he the only good character at the moment here?
Because it's well, you say that, and he just made a very stupid mistake.
He's just showing that the water is frozen.
But it's just, you just have the Hound, like, swear, and...
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well done, mate. You couldn't have at least... You couldn't have had, like, one just look down.
Think about this. The difference between life and death happened because the Hound was bored and wanted to throw a rock at someone.
Why couldn't you... Why... That is Dragonglass, actually, to be fair. So, yeah, that solves that problem. You couldn't just have them looking and then that walker just look down and sees the water is frozen. We couldn't just have done that. Also, why are they coming one at a time?
Because they don't want to break the ice.
You could have a couple more, even if it breaks.
Well, if they came all at once, then they'd all die. And you don't want that, do you?
They're already dead. They have an endless army.
I'm talking about the main characters would die.
Oh. That is also true.
Okay, surely they're dead now. They have to be dead.
He could have been doing that every, like, hour, you know, to make sure it keeps, you know, keep breaking the ice. Buy himself some more time.
You know, Call of Duty zombies with this many zombies with a gun is hard enough. Let alone magic zombies, and you've got, like, barbarian weapons.
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are Ray Naveas Jr. Is that another nameless guy? How many nameless guys are there? It seems like they keep spawning.
I think at the start there was like 4 extras. Yeah, Tormund has to be dead, surely.
I mean, yeah, dead. You're dead. There's like 4 on you for multiple seconds. He is so dead. Oh, they went off him again. The way they're setting this up is like, oh yeah, he's dying.
How is he not dead?
Fucking bite him! This is so awful. That was so bad. They kept cutting away, and then they weren't there. One of the worst action pieces I've ever seen in this show. Yeah, this is still going. Oh,
wow, he's
Anakin move.
Wow, yeah, John's a Jedi now.
Yeah, that was a Skywalker move. That was. Oh, now they run from the back. That's another extra. How many are there? How many fucking extras are there now? They're all dead now, all the nameless characters. That one's still in his fucking
iconic
cover.
shot.
Well, no, it's slow motion, Connor, so that makes it more epic.
Mm.
If I've learned anything from Schneider, you know, you slow-mo everything, and it makes it more epic, and also makes the film longer.
Oh yeah.
That's how you justify it being 4 hours. Don't get me wrong, it all looks neat.
It's very expensive.
Oh yeah. And then
oh, what
fire!
timing! What timing! Your Uber has arrived.
My code is 61.
Man, if only they took horses.
I could count on 2 hands how many moments like this Daenerys has had. And I don't think I would have a finger spare. Look at all the people that are climbing onto dragons. Who's climbing onto the dragon? Oh no.
John, why are you still fighting? Get on the dragon!
Get on the fucking dragon! Fight backwards, not forwards. Oh look, he's just climbed into a dragon.
Get on the dragon, John!
No, I gotta keep fighting.
Why are you throwing it at the person in the dragon in the air? There's one right in front of you!
Wow. What a shot.
What about the one, like, the one that all the people are on? That's right in front of you, that's not moving.
Ooh. Rip.
But he threw it at the wrong one. He threw it at the wrong dragon.
Why would you throw it at that dragon?
It was moving. Why didn't the Night King throw it at Drogon, who was parked on the ground with all the people on it?
Night King could have ended the entire war right now. And he still can. He could still get another one and throw. He could still do it right now. No, but John wanted to keep fighting, you know.
John, you're so stupid.
John.
You're so dumb. You're so just stupid. What's wrong with you? Get on the dragon, you fuckwit! Oh. Ah, yeah. Yep. John's dead. He's got to be dead now.
I mean, yeah, you would think he's dead now. But you know who's going to go and save him? Well, how are you going to dodge that one?
Ah, yeah.
Oh dear.
Why didn't you throw it at Drogon first?
Well, that would have ended the whole show, Connor.
That was so dumb.
And we can't do that.
Yep, John's dead.
I mean, yes, he is dead. He would be dead.
It's Arctic water. And zombies.
Oh, I guess he isn't there. I guess John is on his own. Yeah, but Connor, why wouldn't they go and finish the job? They just left it.
Has this been, what, a minute since John was pulled under?
Yeah. Every single one of them left.
They don't show you how he came up?
No. Because that's how story is being
This
written.
is insane plot armor. Like, this is some of the worst I've ever seen. Do you know how fucking cold that is? You would die in a minute. Easily. Easily die. That is... It's frozen water.
It's fine. He's warm now. He's out of the water. He's warm. Oh shit, he's still alive. Fuck. Thank God some of us had to stay behind. I don't think anybody would believe for a second this was John's last stand.
Well, given how he just survived that lake...
Mm-hmm. How many times are you going to play this music cue?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Uncle. With your flaming skull. I'll explain later.
Right for the path. Come with me. There's no time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there is time. There is totally time.
Also...
There was totally time.
Wow, Uncle Benjamin, the only guy who thought having a horse was a good idea. For emergencies, you know? Because you're against the army of the dead. Wouldn't you want something that is faster than a zombie?
Do you remember like 5 seconds ago when he said there was no time? What does he have right now? He had time to prepare himself right now, and now he's died.
Yep, now he's dead.
Fuck this stupid show. How did anybody think season 8 was going to be any good? We should have known. We should have known from this season.
This is some of the most ridiculous TV ever.
We should have known
unbelievable.
From this season that season 8 was going to shit the bed. We all should have known.
Well, I knew.
Of course, I mean, how much it shit the bed? Fair enough, because it was an abhorrent job they did. But fuck me, season 8 was always going to fail with this level of writing.
We'll meet again.
Nod of approval. Well, I just read The Dragon. I hope I don't misremember that next season.
Without these actors and like the visuals and the music, this show would be nothing at this point.
No one would care.
How is this fucker alive?
By sure will. Look at his stab wounds. She now knows what they meant. Oh my god. This is what we call cinema. We have written cinema here today, folks. And now we have main character Sansa Stark. This show is fucking terrible.
How did she see that?
Oh my god. Twice in 2 episodes. Wow.
Snooping around,
It's my favourite trope now. Whose room is this?
Arya's. Oh, look, it's Donald Trump.
That looks like David Bradley.
Yeah, probably.
I think that is actually his. I will stitch your throat.
My faces.
Where did you get them?
In Bravos. You win. If I catch a lie, you lose. Let's play.
Let's play.
Game of Faces didn't turn out so well for the last person who asked me questions.
Tell me.
Oh wow, what a threat. God, this is so bad. This show used to be really good. These characters, well, Aya used to be a good character for a bit. She went face to face with Charles Dance and looked good. I don't care.
Live in their skin.
I don't care.
I could even become you.
This is like a worse... What are we doing?
This is so cringe.
I am cringe intensified.
To be the Lady of Winterfell.
I would suddenly get very tall. And people would question how I got so short. No one cares about your insanity story arc.
This is like shit Batman fanfiction.
Yeah, that was like, again, there was another CW scene.
Ugh.
Ah, still more scenes to go. Lovely. Alright, this should hopefully be the last scene. And then, you know, I can start hanging up the rope. That was a joke, obviously. Look, he's not tied his hair back. It's slightly like John before. We care about each other so much.
I wish we'd never gone.
Yeah, same.
How about my queen?
You are my queen.
It begins. It begins. It begins, folks. My queen begins.
And he's just bent the knee as well.
Yeah, but not actually.
Yeah.
He didn't bend the knee, but he did.
I hope I deserve it.
Ah, cut to the screaming women and children in King's Landing. Oh, please don't end the episode like, yeah. We got to continue this really shit romance that hasn't even started.
You are my queen.
My queen. I cannot...
He's my favourite comedic relief character in this show.
I cannot believe the meme actually starts with him saying, "How about my queen?" That's so funny. It's like they knew.
You know what? Maybe Jon Snow did die in that lake.
I think he did. Realistically, when you think about it, it kind of pretty much... He feels like he did die in that lake.
Where did they get these chains from?
Oh, we just found them.
It's not like, are you telling me that, like, I don't know, Night's Watch journeymen or wildlings built those chains and brought them?
Yeah, but Connor, we need our zombie dragon.
They're absolutely enormous. Why would they have chains that big?
Oh no! Zombie dragon!
God, where do we even begin with this? Oh. My God. I dread to even ask what your thoughts are on what we just watched.
That was very funny. That is what we call a comedy.
Yeah, well, the one good thing I can say
in terms of the overall episode, is it wasn't as boring as Eastwatch, but that doesn't matter, to be honest. Doesn't really matter that it's not as boring.
Not really. Not really.
I like the scene where Jorah Mormont and Jon Snow talk about Longclaw and his father.
Yeah, that was neat. That was the neat one part of the episode.
The actors have some funny lines, like how the Hound calls the Night King a cunt, and how Thoros says, "Oh, I'm just the drunkest priest." You know, there's a few of those. How, like, there's a lot of gay tension with Tormund Giantsbane. You know, wanting to find a boyfriend beyond the wall because he can't have Brienne. Yeah. The visuals were expensive, and Raymond's music is always good. Apart from that, I hate every inch of this episode. This was fucking dreadful. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was fucking just funny and bad. This is a very funny episode. Just, boy, what an absolutely calamity of of plot armor and stakes. Just, oh boy. Wow. That was really funny.
Yeah, I think genuinely this is one of the worst episodes of TV ever. I think this is a fucking disaster. Obviously, it's impressive, like, in terms of some of the things they achieved in terms of, like, filmmaking. There was some impressive, like, spectacle, but in terms of storytelling, it's dog shit. It's not just the battle, it's all the stuff at Winterfell and Dragonstone as well. Like, all of the drama, all the character moments, all the dialogue. It's ungodly terrible. So we got a couple of watch together things to do for this one. The first one, so this is a breakdown from Dave and Dan, who obviously wrote the episode and the show, about something that they had been wanting to do in the show for a long time, and that is a zombie polar bear. The zombie polar bear CGI was actually done in New Zealand by Weta. They really made a name for themselves with Lord of the Rings. There are zombie polar bears in the books. So Dave and Dan read that and thought, oh yeah, that would be awesome to get a zombie polar bear in the show. But obviously it's a big CGI technical thing to achieve. Right, so this is David Benioff and Dan Weiss talking about the zombie polar bear.
A bear! What we had to go through to get the zombie polar bear was writing the zombie polar bear into every season of the show for about 4 seasons.
The zombie bear.
God damn it, we want a zombie polar bear.
What on earth?
What have you done?
We are so excited to do a zombie bear. I hope people realize that it's really a zombie bear.
The zombie polar bear. Like, what if somebody had a zombie polar bear that they brought to a medieval battle?
We're serious about doing this fucking zombie bear.
Shame! Shame!
The zombie polar bear.
Shame!
It's one thing to act in a room with a bear as an actor. It's another thing to have a zombie polar bear.
You know, when we start making these zombie bears, it's so hard to imagine that we're ever going to finish because there's so many moving pieces.
Bernie and the visual effects guys tell us we can afford a zombie polar bear.
Sam is our zombie bear guru. You know, one of his responsibilities is setting zombie bear on fire, which he's really good at.
And we were watching it, and I was thinking, I was like, holy shit, the zombie polar bear is gonna die. When the zombie polar bear dies, the only unique, amazing being in the world dies. You're processing that. Zombie polar bear.
The zombie bear.
Zombie polar bear.
Zombie bear.
Zombie polar bear.
The zombie bear.
Zombie polar bear.
Zombie bear.
Zombie polar bear.
Zombie bear.
Zombie.
Wow. That was very funny.
Zombie polar bear.
I love that zombie polar bear.
After Game of Thrones was finished, Gladys did a video where he ranked every episode. But for Beyond the Wall, he gave the floor to Alt-Shift-X to give his thoughts.
Number 66. Beyond the Wall. When this episode first aired, I was convinced that it could not be topped. And yet, of the 7 episodes that came after Beyond the Walrus, 6 of them are worse than it. To begin describing the issues with this brainless zombie of an episode, I would have to... Wait, who the fuck is that?
My name is Alt-Shift-X, and Season 7, Episode 6 is the one that broke me. This is the one where John and his pals go on a zombie hunt beyond the wall. A random collection of incongruent characters with nothing in common but high Q ratings, band together on a suicidally dangerous journey deep into
Look how many
enemy
guys there
territory
are.
on foot,
And they all die.
so they can catch a zombie, so they can bring it all the way back south to show Cersei to convince her not to attack them when they go all the way back north to fight the zombies. There are so many reasons why this plan is terrible that it could be its own 73-part video. But when the plan goes predictably terribly, Jon asks Daenerys for help by sending Gendry on a multi-day ice marathon to then send a Raven
I guarantee you
south,
it would have
asking Daenerys
taken
to fly
multiple
north to
days.
save them, while Jon and the boys sit and wait surrounded by the dead for days. The Game of Thrones show has always had a loose relationship with time and logistics and common fucking sense, but this is the moment they completely jump the shark with a plotline that has no consistency with the tone or context or logic of this world. This doesn't feel like a grounded political drama. It doesn't even feel like a dark, mysterious fantasy. It feels more like a Marvel superhero movie, with the cool, fun heroes making cool, fun quips about cocks.
Dick. Cock.
While they fight faceless hordes of morally unambiguous bad guys. The whole farcical plotline is a blatant contrivance to get one of Daenerys' dragons killed, so that next episode the Night King can use this dragon to break the wall. Of course, this raises questions, like how did the Night King know that Daenerys would come? Was this a trap? Is he a greenseer like Bran? Can he see the future? He sure as fuck didn't see Arya coming in the final season. Why did the Hound see this mountain in a vision? Why did Benjen Stark return just to fuck off again? Why did they walk all this way instead of flying or at least riding a horse? In this episode, Beric says the living fight the dead, it's good guys versus bad guys, and we don't need to understand any more than that. The show tells us to stop thinking. Don't expect the mysteries and politics and relationships
when
to
you kind
make
of
sense.
when you
shut up
really
and
analyze
clap
it,
for
that
the
is what it's saying, and that's kind of
And
lame.
Yes, the dragons look great.
From
The
what you actually
effects
think
are
it's gonna
great.
mean.
The locations, music, acting are great. But the story feels so contrived, arbitrary, and empty that the rest has no meaning. And shit, that's just the Jon storyline. At Winterfell, Arya and Sansa have this maddeningly frustrating, pointless, artificial conflict. Like, it makes sense that there'd be some tension between Sansa and Arya, but in the space of 3 episodes, Arya goes from a heartfelt reunion with her sister to literally threatening to kill Sansa and wear her face as a mask. It's so bizarre and out of character and over the top, but apparently that's the best the writers could come up with to keep the Stark sisters busy this season. All the worst aspects of the final season, with nonsensical, contrived character conflicts and unexplained, underwhelming White Walker bullshit, was all foreshadowed here in the penultimate episode of Season 7.
Okay, look, great segment, but you'd better never try to upstage me again. For all the things that guy just said, I'm gonna wear Beyond the Wall's face as a mask.
Get on my horse, I'll take you around the universe.
Number 6.
Yep. Oh. Well, it's nice to have the lads relate to us.
Well, he said exactly what I said about Gendry's travels. It would have taken him days to do what he did.
It would have taken Daenerys a long time to fly from Dragonstone to Beyond the Wall as well.
Yeah, but she has a dragon, so she can fly go vroom vroom fast. It was very funny. Very hilarious.
Let's talk about the characters. You start with Jon Snow.
Fucking bimble fuck. He's so stupid. And then he doesn't die. And then he survives. And then he's like, up and the knee, my queen.
This has to be his worst one yet. This has to be his worst episode so far. This is so terrible. Apart from obviously the one scene with Longclaw, with Jorah Mormont, that's good. But everything else, everything after that, the plot armor, the fact that he even thought the plan might be a good idea, and then obviously the end where he survives Arctic snow and bends the knee to Daenerys and says, "You are my queen. We should have never gone. I'm so sorry." What a retard. You want to know some very tragic trivia about this episode? And it's very ironic when you think about plot armor. Kit Harington nearly died filming this episode.
Fucking hell.
He got hypothermia from the frozen water. So the the actor in real life had less plot armor than the character in the story.
Mm.
And what for? You had the actor nearly die of hypothermia so you could tell this story. Kit Harington put everything on the line for this show, and they gave him nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Gendry, one back to Eastwatch, you're the fastest.
Yeah. God, what a bollocks.
You want to talk about how funny the last scene is when he holds Dany's hand and says her nickname and no one told him that was her name?
It's just quite funny. Just hearing about it, that scene is so funny.
What about how he could have gotten on the dragon, but then chose not to?
He wanted to keep fighting because that was his, he just loves fighting. That's what he's known for.
My name is Finlay, and I love to fight.
Yeah. Just fucking hell, man. Just what utter nonsense.
Remember how he was like, he used to be smart and he was a Lord Commander? Yeah. I loved that scene where he said, "You are my queen," and you were like, this is where it starts. This is where it begins.
My queen. God, man, it's so funny.
How does so obviously Battle of the Bastards is insane. We already talked about that last season. How does, in terms of all-time plot armor, does Jon in this episode stack up?
I don't know. He's just a bumbling buffoon. He's not a character anymore. He does stupid decisions. He nearly dies multiple times.
And survives through, the luckiest means. Not to forget that the entire plan was garbage in the first place. Why did they do this?
Super garbage. Just, oh my god, it was so bad.
Your thoughts on Gendry?
Why did he come? Just to go and fucking send a raven? That's no fun, is it? Just an utter mess.
How did he know how to get back?
Oh, he just followed the breadcrumbs they left behind.
Why didn't they take any horses? Anyway, Tormund Giantsbane. He was really gay, wasn't he? He was gay. Very gay.
Yeah, seemingly, yeah.
Threatened to fuck Gendry. That's not nice. Joked with the Hound about dick. He hadn't heard the word dick before. Tormund Giantsbane's plot armor. Remember when he had 5 whites covering him? And not a single one bit him?
He should have been bitten multiple times over. He's not even close.
Jorah Mormont. One good scene with Jon. But in terms of after that, how does this old guy who just survived Grayscale surviving not only this cold, but this battle? That conversation he has with Jon where he's just like, oh, how do you think that one survived? Why did they all die when you killed the main one? Maybe he's the one that turned them. It's just there's so many more interesting ways you can have this conversation, but the dialogue's just basic. It's just, I explain what happened. Moving on. Thoros of Myr died.
He did by via bear.
He didn't die in the big battle. He just died to a zombie polar bear.
He just died and then died like a day later.
Yeah, I assume frostbite.
Yeah, I guess so. You could have lit, your sword on fire to keep him warm, but
yeah,
I guess not.
Yeah, you could have tried. That means Beric Dondarrion's on his last life.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to die this episode with how they set it up.
Yeah.
They didn't do that, so I guess they're going to save him for something bigger.
I feel like they've watered down the mystical side of his character, haven't they?
Yeah. He doesn't feel like a big factor anymore.
When
he's around.
He's just like, maybe this is why we've survived Jon Snow. To be brought here at this point, at this very moment.
It's very moment.
It was very like Genesis of McGillicuddy, wasn't it?
From this moment on, starting now, this moment, from now, is the Genesis of McGillicuddy.
How do we feel about the Hound throwing rocks and giving the ball away?
Oh, really dumb. You didn't need to do that. You can literally just have him stare at the White Walker. The White Walker then looks down. We cut to the ice, looks up, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" You don't have to do him throwing rocks at them like an idiot.
Yep. So you remember when? I guess they had the whole thing of he didn't save Thoris's life because he's still scared of fire. Is that side of his character? But do you remember back in like season 4 when he was like a fully fleshed out 3-dimensional character and it was super interesting? And he was saying like, "Oh, I think I could join the Seven Sons in Essos." Like it was, the dynamic with Arya saying, "I'd love to see, I wish I could have seen that fucker Joffrey die." Like there's so many interesting sides than talking about the mountain and, the trauma of being burned. The fact that he was on a leash for Joffrey and then he said, "Fuck the king, fuck the Kingsguard" in Blackwater. He was a real interesting guy. And then now it's just, "Oh, I bet you like cock. Oh, I bet the Night King's a cunt. Oh, fuck." It's just swearing and jokes and being dumb and fighting. And the only good thing about the Hound at the moment is that Rory McCann's really funny as an actor.
Yeah, he's funny.
Like, I won't deny, this episode has a few good jokes in it, but it's just so, like, inappropriately timed.
And then the rest of it is funny because it's awful.
But you know what I mean when I say, like, it's inappropriately timed? It feels very just like, why are we doing this now? This is supposed to be, like, the most serious threat in the show, and it's just... they're just joking around about dicks. And, "Oh, there's no woman out here, I guess we'll just have to fuck each other." It's like, okay, funny, but why are we talking about this? This is a very, very important suicidal mission. There should probably be some seriousness with this, right? Like some actual discussion of what they're gonna do if they find... Like, we never get a conversation where they actually talk about the strategy. They just do stuff. And yet they had an hour and 10 minutes of screen time to waste. Because we needed a zombie polar bear. Why was there just like a random group of whites just walking outside of the main army? Randomly.
They were just going on their morning walk, to make sure they don't get fat.
There just so happened to be one in the group that wasn't turned by the White Walker. Just conveniently. Also, this episode made the Night King stupid. Why didn't he shoot the arrow at Drogon first and end the war?
Because we need to keep the show going, and that would end the show. That's why.
Yep. Do you want to talk about Benjen Stark?
I mean, do we have to? Because he appears and then dies. And that's
He says there's no time for him to get on a horse.
Yeah, he totally has time to get on the horse.
That was Jon and Benjen's reunion after all that time. What a disappointment, right?
Oh, it's a major disappointment in almost every regard. Fucking diabolical is what I would say.
Davos Seaworth gets Gendry at Eastwatch, asks what happened, And I'm like, what do you think happened, mate? What did you think was going to happen? How do you not predict this? This is such an unlikely thing to get right. Like, the way that they survived this mission was a pure miracle. A genuine miracle.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
They all should be dead. Let's be frank here.
Do you want to talk about Daenerys?
It's just her biting back at Tyrion when he actually brought up some very decent points. Feels just, I hated that scene a lot. I really did. She
just doesn't trust him ever with anything. It's like, why'd you appoint him as your hand then?
Because we need the drama. Like, that's why. It's the only reason why. And because we need to keep him in the show in relatively important places, because eventually he's going to do something very important.
Like, Tyrion asked her to do nothing about it, right? But why didn't he bring up this possibility in, you know, in the meeting they had about the plan last episode? Like, surely Tyrion could have foreseen that this was going to happen. This was such an obvious result that it would be a disaster. Dany and Jon, like, her part at the end.
Again, the romance hasn't even started, yet they're saying, oh, there's feelings there.
They do illustrate that she cares about that, the fact that, you know, they do definitely point out that she's sad that her child got killed, right? But I almost feel like in the presentation of the episode, they're making it seem like she cares more about Jon than Viserion, which I don't believe for a second. How about the fact that she turned away right before the horn was blasted? Like, in terms of timing. It's just like in Season 5 when Brienne turned away right before the candle was lit. Just like in terms of timing.
These characters used to, like, be, like, really deep and complex. We're not there anymore, that's for certain.
Why do Daenerys and Jon love each other, outside of physical attraction and power?
They're both very attractive people.
Sure. And also they are powerful people, but surely there's something else, right? I guess because Jon's brave?
These characters, again, used to be characters, and now they're not anymore, but as soon as a whiff of, oh, there's attraction, oh, love it. Just, this show, man. This show is just a whole, yeah, just absolute bollocks.
I'll let you have the floor for your favourite part of the episode at Winterfell.
Arya nearly kills her sister. What an awful scene that was.
This was part 2 of, you know how they had that terrible scene in Eastwatch last episode, right? This was part 2 of that. It was just more of the same shit dialogue, contrived tension, Littlefinger being dumb, Sansa being terrible to Brienne of Tarth, Arya being insane.
Yeah, just it's I don't know what this drama is. It's just forced drama. She's crazy because she's a faceless man now. It's Sansa is just like, what are you? Yeah, fucking.
So Sophie Turner and Maisie Williams are not doing their best work. Like that line delivery that Maisie has, which is talking about Ned, it's just so boring. She's just saying things. I can tell she's just thinking of the line she has to say. There's no acting. It's just, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then you got him killed. Ooh, Cersei, maybe write the letter, or did they force you? Did they tie you down and threaten you?
Because that's the only way you threaten someone. That's the only way you do it. You have to only physically threat someone.
Yeah, Cersei she mentioned that Robb would suffer, right? She warned her that Robb would suffer. Why don't they talk about Robb? Oh, and then bloody Sansa going on about how she won the Battle of the Bastards.
I won the Battle of the Bastards. Not Jon, me. I did it.
How about they don't have a single conversation about how Rickon was killed? What about how Littlefinger suggests that Brienne could kill Arya and Sansa entertains the thought?
Just man.
dog shit. Everything about Winterfell is dog shit. It's all terrible. Sansa even besmirches Podrick.
Yeah, man. Real bad. That's when you know she's an awful person.
Brienne of Tarth, who's been nothing but loyal and honourable to Sansa, and Sansa just tells her to fuck off, basically. David Dan wrote this. This is some of their worst shit. Direction by Alan Taylor. Yep. It looked expensive. Expensive CGI that Weta did for the zombie polar bear. They went out on location to do it, so, you know. It's pretty, the dragons are pretty, the ice is pretty, but I don't care. Music by Raymond Javadi. Do you have any thoughts?
The music, it's hard to notice the music in this absolute comedy show of an episode. But it was a thing, and I imagine it was very good.
Well, the first track is called Against All Odds.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah,
Mhm.
indeed.
Lots of theme blending from all sorts of parts of the show. Good tension. I mean, this is just what Raymond Javadi does, really.
Yeah, he does do this, yeah.
Always reliable. I will say there's certainly a lack of inspired storytelling, and I don't blame him for this. Because he really didn't have a lot to work with.
Dragon go gulp in frozen water.
It's okay though, we got something more interesting and more cringe to talk about next. See you for what you are. This romance does not deserve that song.
No, not really. I'd bend the knee, but I'm kind of laying on my fucking back. My queen. So it begins, my queen. You deserve it. You always have.
I think there are other love themes in the show I do prefer.
Yeah, it's alright.
The one with Danny and Khal Drogo is great, and the one with Robin Talisa is also great. Those love themes are some of the best.
And John and...
Yes. John and Egret. Yeah, that's right. Kissed by Fire.
Dialogue of a wet sponge.
Yep, last episode they had the Reddit one with Davos where he says, I thought you'd still be Rowan. And now this time they had John calling her Danny, which is something that Reddit was talking about. It's like, just fuck's sake. Ah! It's annoying fan service. Doesn't do anything for the story, really. What are the odds that John knew that was her nickname? Viewership. Eastwatch got 10.72, which is the most ever. Beyond the Wall got 10.24. Actually less than last time, but still obviously extremely high ratings. Conclusion and rating out of 10 for Beyond the Wall.
It's not very good, is it? It's not very good. It's just fucking... It's just ugh. Just ugh. That's what it is. Just one plot point that is just fucking terrible. And a smidge... Just a smidge and sprinkles of Winterfell in there just for good measure. Because, you know, we didn't need more shit in this episode. Just real bad. Didn't enjoy any of it. It's just... And anything I laughed at was more just how badly executed the whole thing was. Plot armor was terrible. The arc of the episode was just non-existent. Danny and John being like, oh, okay, you're now my queen. just not earned in any way. Arya nearly killing her own sister after seeing her for the first time in years 3 episodes ago. Oh, beautiful. Always love that. Gendry running across the entirety of the Beyond the Wall to get back in in such quick fashion. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, this is a 2 out of 10 story episode thing.
Ugh. Nonsense battle, terrible plan, shite dialogue. Night King's an idiot, Jon's an idiot. Terrible plot armor, frustrating beyond belief. Winterfell is cringe. Dany is just insufferable at this point. Whilst it may be more entertaining than the last episode, it's just as bad, if not worse, in terms of what it does to the show. I think the Jon Jorah thing is the only redeeming quality, and maybe some of the visuals, but zombie polar bear can kiss my ass. Hate this one. 1 out of 10. One of the worst ever. Ungodly terrible. That means we've got just the finale left. The last episode of season 7. The Dragon and the Wolf.
The Dragon and the Wolf. Oh my god.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is one of the longest episodes in the show. I think it's 80 minutes. So your thoughts going into the season 7 finale?
How is it already the finale of the season? Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. Except the dragons died. Yeah, fucking bollocks, innit? Just, oh man. What a awful end to a season it's gonna be. What a terrible season. What can you fucking talk about? Dragon died. Arya's back in Winterfell. Olenna's dead. That's kind of it. Jon and Dany met.
There's some Jaime, Cersei stuff, I guess.
But that's normal, really.
Theon's barely been in it.
He's been in like 2 episodes, 3 episodes maybe. 2 episodes really of any significance anyway. Yeah, realistically, you can name 3 things that have happened this season that are like they're major things that have happened, but they don't progress the story forward. They're sort of like, one of them is like a tying of loose ends, and it's the best scene of the entire season, and the rest is all bollocks. Yeah, really, nothing has really happened this season.
Do you like how they give us longer episodes and then do absolutely fuck all?
They might as well be shorter. There's no point making them longer. You don't do... It's just a whole bunch of waiting.
Like, what did the zombie polar bear really add? Apart from killing Thoros. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it was there for, really. There was some stuff.
Remember how, like, much prestige going Beyond the Wall had? And, before? How they went beyond the wall at the end of season 1, and then Jon came back in season 3, episode 6. And in this episode, they went beyond the wall and all the way back in 1 hour. Jesus Christ. Well, we'll see you all next time for Game of Thrones season 7, episode 7, The Dragon and the Wolf. I bid you adieu, a good night, and a goodbye. Bang.
Yeet.